At this point, we've seen that embedded software has to be high quality, has to be safe, and has to be secure. Perhaps the most common question we get is, well, I have this existing code that is basically bad software. What should I do to fix it? The most important point is that to fix things, you need to get out of the never-ending test-fix cycle. Finding bugs and fixing bugs makes bad software less bad, but can never make bad software somehow into good software. You cannot test quality into software, you cannot test safety into software, and you cannot test security into software. In an ideal world, you just throw away bad code and start with a clean sheet of paper. And we recommend doing that if you can. But in the real world, we all know what it takes for that to happen most times. While a do-over for all your software is ideal, you often do not have the luxury of a clean slate new design. That means you have to find the parts that really need the most help and re-engineer them to bake the quality into at least those parts. Generally, this involves identifying the highest risk modules, such as ones that perform mission-critical functions or modules with high historical defect rates. Then, re-engineer those modules to improve their quality, including requirements, design, implementation, reviews, and testing. It is tempting to start re-engineering from existing code, then back out design and requirement documents. The hope is that the code is mostly good, and seeing the design backed out from the code will make it obvious what the problem is. We've seen that pretty much never works. Think about it. If what you have is spaghetti code, then backing out a design from spaghetti code just gives you a spaghetti design. That doesn't help anyone. So instead, usually what you should do is re-implement risky modules from scratch using a good design process, baking in quality as you go. Then integrate those modules into the bigger system. That's usually the cheapest, smartest way to improve software if you're not able to do a complete do-over. Ultimately, getting better software requires cultural change. Consider, if you redesign your software using the same development process, you shouldn't expect the result to be a whole lot better than what you have now. Just being careful isn't enough. You need to use a better process as well. Change requires a commitment to good software at all levels of the organization, and it's very likely to result in process changes and, commonly, skill upgrades as well. The big test for you is going to be whether that commitment survives the next deadline crisis. Do you actually ship next week on time despite there being too many bugs? Or do you make the hard call and either delay shipment or reduce the feature set to make sure you're only delivering good quality software even if it doesn't meet the particular deadline date?